Hi, my name is Ashley.
I'm Delynn.
Hi, I'm Ease.
And together we are from T.
Hi.
L. So usually my go-to playlist for work, right, is those chill house or those cafe kind of music because it's a bit relaxed and it helps me to think. But then let's say if I'm like, I feel sleepy and bored, so I try to go more for those video game background music because those has a bit more beat to it lah, usually.
Like that?
Not really. I mean, yeah lah. But there are some with the beats lah. Like those, I think those
Like what game?
those FPS kind of
Example?
games, I don't remember the title, honestly.
Mario game.
Mario game. No, that's annoying.
Yeah, that's why.
First-person shooter games lah. Lastly is anything by Conan Gray because his songs are a bit more mellow lah.
So mine is, I think, largely depends on the mood. So when I need like motivation, like to hype myself up, then I will like listen to more like upbeat songs, like K-pop songs. Then when I need to like calm down and focus, listen to more like Chinese songs. And then when I just need some like noise, you know, like just to do work kind, I would listen to generally more English songs.
Mine is super specific. My first one is In My Life by the Beatles. That's my favorite song by them. My shirt. Second one is a song called Unlost by The Main. It's like a positive note to it. I listen to it at least once every single day. And the last one is my deep focus playlist. I use this for doing budget. Cannot have lyrics. And I also use it for my meetings with clients. So it's not too noisy, but I cannot take it when it's too quiet also.
The deep focus is the Spotify playlist.
Yes. Ideal world. Every room will be a different style because I cannot like stick to one style. But I think realistically, mine would be mid-century modern mixed with like art deco because I like when the house is filled with things that are like collected over the years or like collected from traveling. So it makes it more personalized also, like when you visit the house, like everything has a story.
I would like to think that I'm more of like a boho kind of feel because I think the interior generally gives a more personal and relaxed kind of like vibe.
Yeah.
The colour theme of the house mostly is those woody kind, a bit cozy. Because I don't like to, when I come home, I just want to feel very relaxed, very toned down. So that's why I feel a house should be like comfortable.
I think if we all stay together, our house quite messy.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. No, mine alone is very serious. Because it's like mix of styles.
Close to 5 years now. So what I've learned over this period of 5 years is that I think I'm a very detailed person because in terms of detailed drawings, I want it to be as accurate as possible in terms of the types of finishing, then the measurements. I mean measurements, it has to be on site, but as far as possible, I want it to be indicated clearly. And then also for my quotes, usually I will go through line by line with my clients with the dimensions. So to clarify any doubts that they may have.
What I learned about myself and what I hope to improve on, I think, is the communication skills because I think it's very important, like how like a 2D thing you want to conceptualize everything and make it into everything 3D and down to the details. It really boils down to like communicating, and especially working with so many different people, is like how you communicate with each of them because working with clients is like another type of approach, and then with like workers is another type of approach.
I learned to be more patient and also like go with the flow because coming from events background, everything is very fixed. I mean, it's similar in a sense that you have to be organized and like project manage, but with events you're working towards a fixed date, whereas with interior design, it has like an estimate date, but you still have to schedule everything. So sometimes it's like play by ear.
Oh, bathroom, because that's you have to go there every day no matter. And that's usually the most time spent in the morning before you leave the house. So it has to be comfortable, cozy, and at the same time still practical.
Myself, I think it's the bedroom because I think for bedroom it's more personalized. Like it really boils down to what you really need, like individually.
It's kitchen. Because I feel like that's the heart of the home. I like the open concept kitchen. I like how you can, you know, really personalize the things. I mean, same for every part lah. But I think for kitchen, You know, you have friends there when you have all your dinners. So there's also that sense of like gathering. So I think it's very important to create a cozy environment, like somewhere that's fun, like looks nice. Earlier, like I had a client where each time she came to me, it was a very different design. Like one is very minimalistic, and then after that it became like, oh, I want a lot of colors, and then after that it became like very traditional with all the wainscoting and all that. So not like difficult in that sense, but it was just very hard to understand what she really wanted.
I had one past client whereby we were doing cement screed with epoxy finish. I already told him beforehand, at least tell me a week in advance so I can plan the works to be done, because it needs to properly dry. But he didn't. He gave me a surprise on, I believe it was a Monday morning. He said things are coming in on Friday and my flooring was only just started. So we managed to complete on Wednesday, and then I got a whole lot of nagging from my my builders because the cement is not properly dry. But then he said no choice. So okay, I did highlight to him the things that may happen if we were to proceed with the epoxy because the cement is not properly cured lah. So we did it, and then just as we expected, a few days later there were air pockets forming here and there. Then he wasn't happy, but I already told him. Yeah. So these are the things that they need to understand also.
I think it's difficult to properly communicate like your ideas also through like virtually through Zoom and all that, because in terms of proposal of materials and I think even when you're trying to like explain something, it's very difficult to draw because I don't have like an iPad. I use the mouse and then everything is like jagged, so very hard to draw out.
Agreed. Not much else to add, but I guess yeah, it's the same. Of course, ideally it's in person, but I guess we've been doing this virtual thing or partial virtual thing for like almost like a year, almost 2 years already. So I guess just have to adapt accordingly.
Perk and drawback of working as an interior designer. I think personally the biggest perk for me would be that I get to be creative first, and this has always been my interest. And I like to like do things differently. I don't like to like sit on the desk, you know, I like to run about, which is like what like we do. Okay, so yeah, so I get to move around. But I think the drawback for me is like I'm an introvert, so I don't really, you know, it gets tiring when like you meet clients and all that.
God, do you see yourself remaining in this line for the next 5 to 10 years? Maybe not 10, but 5 seems more reasonable. I mean, I always wanted to be an interior designer. It was always at the back of my mind. I just didn't know it was so readily as like available as an option. So far I still enjoy my job. So hopefully, yes, at least 5 years. Yeah, if I continue, if I still enjoy it by then maybe 10. Yeah, hopefully I'm earning by then, then I'll stay.
Renovations, there's bound to be a bit of misunderstandings, conflicts here and there lah. Most of the clients are reasonable. There are some that's just unreasonable, then maybe because they are stressed. So we need to understand also lah.
Thank you for watching.
Do like and subscribe.
Stay tuned to the next series. Bye-bye.
Bye.